Hey, so I was in my US government class and getting pretty depressed about the state of the world right now and feeling pretty overwhelmed by the enormous amount of responsibility that people who are well off have towards people who are not as well off as them, you know, because we're all men and we're all brothers and we're just lucky that we were born into families that were rich. We could very easily be the starving people in Africa that we care nothing about, particularly thinking about death row and the fact that everyone on death row is poor. So it's a little bit our responsibility, having made a society with poor people who are inclined to crime. That's not going to get fixed on their end. The wealthier people are going to be the people that have to take measures to fix that. I was feeling pretty depressed about it. So I wrote a poem, thought I'd record it for posterity. I don't know if it's any good, but it kind of records my thoughts and feelings as they are today at this moment. So I thought I'd record it. It's called Rich and Poor. Very literal title. I put my brother in the corner. I crowded him into the corner of a dark room. I ate all the food. I drank all the water. I left my brother in the cold. I didn't care. He wasn't me. I wasn't cold. He was cold. So it didn't matter. I was warm. I was full. The food and the warmth was mine, anyway. It belonged to me. It was given to me as my heritage. My father took his brother's food. My grandfather took his brother's water. Now I take my brother's food and water. That is the way it has always been. Besides, I am full and I am warm, so it doesn't matter. Most of the time I forget he is hungry. Often I forget he exists. Sometimes I give him a crust of bread. I don't have to, but I do. I give him the crust of bread that belongs to me, and I feel pleased with myself because I was generous by giving him the bread that was given to me. Besides, if I did give my brother more food, he would dirty it. He would eat until he was sick. He does not know how to live like a man. He is an animal. Sometimes when I get near enough to him, he bites me. Then I call him a monster and say he does not deserve food. He bit me because he could not learn how to speak, and he was hungry. He bit me because he did not know how to tell me he was hungry. He bit me because I had all the food, and he felt some belonged to him, because he was hungry, because he was my brother. Because he bit me, I cursed him. Because he bit me, I punished him. He must be an animal because he bit me. He is the same as me. We are made from the same mold. If my father had given him the birthright, I would be him, and he would be me. I would bite him because he did not give me food, and I did not know how to ask for it. I would bite him to beg for a drop of water, and he would punish me for biting him and call it justice. But I remind myself, I have the birthright, I have the food, I have the water, I have the warmth. He is cold and hungry and thirsty, not me. So it doesn't matter. My brother is called poor man, I am called rich man. And one day, the day I die, the day I pass through the eye, that is the day that it will matter to me.